Hello there. I am very prepared for this. Hi. Um as you can see, it's the 6th. Um it's Friday, and for the first time in like 3 weeks, we're starting a new Pokemon. We finally finished up Psyduck during the makeup stream on Monday. So now we are starting our new Pokemon, and it's very, very fitting to have a ghost type Pokemon begin on basically what is the first. Well, yeah, no, this is the first October Pokemon run that we're starting. So, Spookyween, starting off with one of the 3 ghosts in the entire Gen 1 Pokedex. And speaking of that, I do think that we will probably run with a bit of a theme this year, or this month, and do a couple of the spookier Pokemons. Not like just like, oh, I'm doing Haunter this week and then I'm doing Gengar next week because they're the ghosts. I'm gonna still try and be a little bit varied. Because we got 4 weeks. That's 4 Pokemon. So I think this week we'll do Haunter as is the current plan. Next week we will probably do Marowak, the fully evolved form of the Pokemon that comes in of the only other Pokemon line that comes in or that shows up in the Pokemon Tower. And then I think after that I think after Marowak we do Golbat, which is like one of the other, like, not like overt, but like bats are like very Halloween themed, right? Very, very much Halloween themed. So yeah, I think we'll do Haunter, then Marowak, then Golbat. And then I think we come back on the 27th, which I believe, well, yeah, that's actually why I had this up. So this week, the 6th, Haunter. Next week, the 13th, Marowak. The 20th will be Golbat. And then the 27th will be Gengar. We'll come back and we'll finish up this this ghosty line at the end of the month. So yeah, that's kind of the plan. And actually, I will mark these all. So that I don't forget. But yeah, if we're looking at Haunter, first off, let's take a look at our stats. HP of 45, attack of 50, defense of 45. All pretty terrible, especially considering, well, it doesn't really matter in Gen 1 because the only offensive ghost type move is Lick, which we're not really going to be using that much regardless. I don't think. So yeah, 45, 50, 45. Special attack is insanely good at 115. Or I should just say special. Really, really good at 115. This right here, by the way, this 115 versus 45, this is why I much prefer to use things like Earthquake or Dig rather than Psychic against the ghost types that Agatha has. If I have a choice, if somehow I have a Pokemon that has a choice between Earthquake and Psychic, and they have similar-ish attack stats, this disparity is why I will choose Earthquake every time. And then also a very, very good speed at 95. So yeah, those are our stats. Very, very weak physically. HP is very low. Attack is basically useless. Defense is very, very low. But we do have the 2 stats that we really want in a solo run, right? We want really high speed. We want really high special attack. Because these make it so that the rest of this doesn't matter. Because we could just kill them before they get a chance to attack. Now, to see just how well we can kill things without giving them a chance to attack, let's take a look at what we got. Oh, thank God we have Nightshade at level 1. Okay. I was a little bit concerned that we weren't going to have that. Because actually, if you look down here, this guy doesn't get Nightshade until level 30 in Gen 9. So I'm very, very happy that we get Nightshade right off the bat. So yeah, we have Lick, which is whatever. We have Confuse Ray, and then we have Nightshade. Nightshade is going to carry us really heavily throughout the beginning of the game. And then Thunderbolt, Psychic, Mega Drain, I think is probably going to be on the move set at least for a bit. Here, let's actually take a look at this. What 4 moves do we actually want, right? Thunderbolt and Psychic are definitely going to be on the moveset. Maybe we keep Hypnosis. Maybe it's something like Thunderbolt, Psychic, Hypnosis, Mimic. With Mega Drain in there as well for a bit. I think we probably hold off on Mimic unless we absolutely need it. What does Mega Drain get us coverage-wise? The Thunderbolt doesn't. Mega Drain gets us super effective coverage against the rock and ground type Pokemon. But Psychic would also kill those. I think we do. Because, like, another problem with this, it's 10 power points, 15 power points, 10 power points. So we would probably be having a bit of power point issue, especially in the later gyms. So I think, yeah, like, for places like Giovanni's gym, where there's a lot of trainers and many of them have multiple Pokemon, I think we want the extra attack. So yeah, I think we're probably going to run with something like Hypnosis, Mega Drain, Thunderbolt, Psychic for most of the game. And then maybe we teach Mimic later on if we run into some need for it, right? Because, like, yeah. I think that's the play. I think that's the plan. I think it's time for us to swap over to the correct layout for the actual playing of the Vigi game. Oh, Jesus. He's, there we go. And we have not died 34 times, in fact. Haunter is definitely one of those Pokemon that is very, very capable of going deathless in this. He could very, very easily get through this game without ever going down. But yeah, let's get this started. In well, wait. Let's get the options set. 3, 2, 1, go. Hey, one of my buddies is playing Terraria. I was playing some of that this morning before I went to bed. You are blue today. You are a very sad man. Yeah, I was playing Terraria a bit today. I fucking love that game. Like, if I had one game that I was stuck playing, actually, if I had one game that I was stuck playing, it would probably be Pokemon. Because there's so many different ways that you can play this game. Oh yeah, he actually can't hit me. He actually cannot hit me. That's actually really funny. Oh, we leveled up. So that, I believe, means that we are on the medium slow experience curve, which is fine. That means, because that experience curve is actually one of the fastest. I have mentioned this on a couple of my runs before, but I will say it again because fuck it. Stop getting in my way, you little shit. So the medium slow experience curve is actually one of the fastest. Some counterintuitively, yeah, I guess. Until you get to, I think it's like the mid 40s. Once you get to the mid 40s, then medium slow starts falling off, and other experience curves start beating it. But up until that point, it is, if it's not the fastest, it's like one of the fastest. Which is why we were able to get to level 6 just from beating the rival there. I am going to pick up some Pokeballs. Another really good thing about Nightshade, Nightshade guarantees that we should not have any trouble with accidentally killing Pokemon that we're trying to catch, because it is guaranteed to do the exact same amount of damage every single time. Another really nice thing about Haunter, it is immune or resists literally every single move in this forest. I'm fighting these guys mainly because I'm so used to fighting these guys at this point. I'm gonna be completely honest. You know what? I'm just gonna lick you to death. Oh, I'm not gonna lick you to death because lick does no damage. All right, never mind. Yo, Igor, what's up? How you doing? Good evening back to you, my friend. Yeah, I took literally no damage. Wait, how many? 6? This guy's got 3 Pokemon. I'm not gonna fight him right now. I'm picking up the antidote because, habit. Basically. I actually don't want to fight any of these things. Mainly because of power points. I just don't have enough power points to deal with them right now. Nightshade is not doing enough damage for me to be able to waste a whole lot of power points on a bunch of other extra peoples. Level 9. Let's fucking go. I am also completely safe from... Oh, yeah, that's another thing. So not only is Nightshade a really good way to deal with Brock and literally everybody in this gym, they also can't hit me except for Brock's Onix. Brock's Onix is literally the only Pokemon in this gym that can do damage to me. Through Bide. And I should outspeed, so I should not have that much of an issue. I'm going to have to go back and heal. We are level 11, which means that... So the Geodude right now is exactly a 3-hit KO. Geodude has 33 health. The Onix has 36, so it'll be a 4-hit KO for the Onix. Literally, the only way that I die here is if I kill him, or if I do... Yep. Okay, if that happens, basically. Alright, so that right there, I was about to say, that should make it so that we, yeah, there we go. Yes, so fixed damage moves like Nightshade ignore resistances and weaknesses. So it can still hit normal type. Yeah, that is one of the benefits of having Nightshade. That's why I was really excited when I saw Nightshade. Because yeah, there are some traders that have like Rattatas or Pidgeys, stuff like that. How much does Lick do at this point? Lick does a decent chunk of damage. I'm gonna start using Lick so that I could save some power points on Nightshade. For Pokemon like this guy right here, who has... Come on, kill yourself. No, don't get non-confused. Stop it. Wow. I went 6 turns. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything is fine. This guy's got so many Pokemon. Maybe not. Um. Yeah, Haunter's like in a really weird spot because he's very, very strong with what he has, but he doesn't have a whole lot. He has, like, what he has is good, but he doesn't have a whole lot. He's got Psychic, he's got Thunderbolt, and he's got Mega Drain. Those are basically the only attacks that really matter. That I have access to. Basically everything else is a non, like, it doesn't matter. I don't care about it. Is that a 2-shot? Not quite. And yeah, like the downside to the moves that I have, none of the moves that I have, like Lick is ghost type is physical in Gen 1, 2, and 3. So we are going to be running off of our much weaker attack stat for Lick. So it's not going to one-shot anything, and also it's only 30 power. My god, these Zubats have been relentless so far. Gimme, just in case. And because it's a set damage move and it's a scaling set damage move, it's not like Sonic Boom. I kept wanting to say Self-Destruct. Sonic Boom or Dragon Rage, where it's like a fully set, they only do one like Sonic Boom only ever does 20. Dragon Rage only ever does 40. It's not quite as powerful as those yet. Nightshade, I mean. So it's also not going to one-shot anything. Being registered a Hex offender? Stop it. All right. Yeah, we're just gonna... Oh, yeah, Grimer does have a good amount of health. Well, we don't have a choice anymore. We are now disabled. I was gonna say maybe we use Lick on some of these other Pokemon, but nope, I was not given that choice. Oh yeah, I still need a Paris. All right, so we're gonna pop in here. I'm gonna save. Not this. Give me a Paris. This is one of those times where, hey, actually not too bad. Right. That is well over half. All right, that was actually really, really quick. I was a little bit worried when we hadn't seen a Paris before we got to the exit, but that was fine. That was fine. I was okay with that. Alrighty then. We can sell the Pokeballs, we could sell the antidote, we could sell this, sell the escape rope. And yeah, there we go. Oh shit. Buy the Rebels. There we go. Do I go for... All right, we're gonna do at least some of the Pokemon here in Missy's gym. I actually think that we have a decent chance of just beating all of the Pokemon here. Because a lot of, like, most of the... Well, okay, so because of our super high special stat, And because the only non-special move that Misty's Pokemon have is Tackle, I think we can actually just beat Misty here. I actually, what I should have done is I should have just popped a potion. That would have, maybe not. I don't think that would have gotten me back up to full health. Is it Psychic greater than Ghost to Gen 1? It is, but she doesn't have any Psychic moves. And while Lick is actually, so it's not just that Psychic is actually immune to Ghost type moves. Psychic is actually immune to Ghost types. All right, that was unfortunate. Well, that was death number 1. But that does not include Nightshade, because as I mentioned, Nightshade ignores weaknesses and resistances. And I'm not going to be using Lick against that's unfortunate that we got that much damage done to us right off the bat. Damn. All right. I think, okay, yeah. So we are not going to beat Misty right now. I was kind of banking a bit too much on our special stat right there. And that kind of came back to bite me. I do have 2 rare, yeah, okay. So we do have the 2 rare candies. I did grab the one from the backyard. Couldn't remember if I had done that yet or not. I think I do want to confuse Ray here. I was really hoping to be able to avoid the sand attacks, but oh well. Yeah, see, Lick does not affect enemy Abra, because Game Freak, when they made Gen 1, were really good at coding, and definitely didn't make any mistakes whatsoever. See, this is what's really bad, is, I don't have a whole lot of PowerPoints for these moves. I mean, well, Nightshade, I don't have a whole lot of PowerPoints too. I have plenty for Lick. But if I had run out of Nightshade because I missed so much, but before I beat the Rattata, we were literally just gonna be there. Well, actually, no, I could confuse Riot and it would probably kill itself before I ran out of Lick PowerPoints. But that is a possible eventuality. If I miss, like, in that fight, something that is possible for it to have happened is I completely run out of Nightshades because I miss so much before I beat the Rattata, and the Rattata busts out of confusion early enough and often enough that it doesn't kill itself via confusion, to where I need to burn through 30 licks so that I can kill the Rattata with I can kill the Rattata with struggle. That is a thing that could have happened in that fight. Fucking Pidgey and... just fucking Pidgeys. They're the worst. Thank God Rattata has low health. I think the next time I go back, when I start running out of PowerPoints again, I think when I go back, I'm going to stop being confused and not kill himself, honestly. So, yeah. I can understand where you're coming from on that one. Oh, shit. Yeah, well, there's the end of that. Fucking Sand Attack! I hate Sand Attack. It sucks. Like trying to kill the fucking Geodude on Brock. Just constantly doing less and less damage. Alright, I am like 3 levels higher than I was last time. I'm gonna go and beat Misty now. Because, like, I should outspeed the Starmie at this point. Which is honestly the main issue that I was having, was just I was not outspeeding. Oh, I'm 4 levels higher. Also, this should be a 2-shot. Yeah, I was about to say, that's a 2-shot on the star, you know. And a 3-shot now? Oh, nice. Okay, yeah. So there's Misty done. Unfortunately, we cannot make use of her TM, I would love to have a strong special move. Like I said, unfortunately, the first one that we get is fucking Thunderbolt, I think. I think Thunderbolt is the first one that we get here. In terms of special moves. But then once we do that, Surge is close enough. We are pretty close to Surge, that's true. Oh, fuck off. So that's, yeah, so, that's a fun thing that can happen with ghost types in this gen. Despite being immune to normal type attacks, we can still get hit by something like Wrap. It will do no damage to me, but it'll still keep me trapped for multiple turns and just waste time. It does literally nothing but waste time. That's all it does. Alright, I'm going to use Lick on this guy, because I want to use Nightshade on the Geodude. And grab me an Elixir. Oh no, I can't. No, actually, it doesn't prevent you from swapping in Gen 1. In fact, breaking, it gives you a free swap in Gen 1. Also, I just got a Gen 1 miss, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, well, okay, so Wrap is actually not at all useless when you are doing a solo run. It's not useless against you when you're doing a solo run. Oh shit. I forgot what Pokemon he had. No, 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 no. No, are we actually gonna do this? Is this what's gonna happen? Come on, hit yourself. Okay, one more time. No, 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 one more time. No, 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 one more time. There we go, okay. So Wrap is actually really fucking scary. If I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back because I don't want to, I still have one more fight. It's got 3 Pokemon in it, and one of them is a Pidgey. I don't want to deal with trying to rely on fucking confusion to kill the Pidgey. That's not happening. I should have planned that a bit more. I should have been using up more licks and less Nightshades. That was my fault. I fucked up. Fuck you and your sand attack. God damn it. Actually, Lick doesn't do that much. Lick actually isn't that bad there. I was curious how much damage it was going to do. Oh yeah, so Wrap, not being useless. If you outspeed the person and you use Wrap, you can basically stun lock them for an entire fight. It's just complete, like, it has a lot of very strong weaknesses in Gen 1 if you're not playing the way that I'm playing right now. Because yeah, if you swap out whenever a Pokemon is wrapped, it will, that turn will basically still try to wrap the swapped out Pokemon, and since they are no longer on the field, it just does nothing. So yeah, that's a thing. Oh, here's a question. Do I learn? No, I do not. Okay. I was curious if I learned Body Slam. Because while it wouldn't be a great move because of how low our attack is, I would still probably try to use it just to see how much damage it did. I would not expect it to be hugely useful, but I would like to I would have liked to see how much damage it did. It would probably be the strong. Fuck you and your. Good. Okay, we hit with Nightshade. I just need the Pidgey to kill itself. Okay, good. Yeah. Wrap is actually like really scary if if you're also paralyzed. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. I'm like, I fucking know that this guy's got a Spearow. I can't remember what his other Pokemon is. So I knew that I needed to save some Nightshades for that second fight. That's why I started going for the confusion kills on the Pidgeys. Skip that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come in here, get the candy. All right. You. I'm gonna lick you a lot. Actually, really surprised it took that long for him to be paralyzed. Lick is actually usually pretty damn quick about that. Alrighty then, let's give this guy a shot. So Pidgeotto can't damage me. I don't think he knows. Fuck off. Immediate turn 1 sand attack. Eat a dick. God damn it. Oh, I'm stupid as hell. I just gave him so many turns. Of course he gets the 10%. Alright. Fuck you, game. Of course, he gets a 10% chance to confuse me off of his first confusion. And I hit myself in confusion. Okay, sure. Why not, game? Why the fuck not? Alright. We are going to confuse Ray. Are you kidding me? Damn it. But yeah, so he has 3 Pokemon in a row that are all immune to Lick. And then the Wartortle. Like 75% of his team right now is immune to Lick. Man, it was so cool when I was able to do things to this guy. And I didn't miss 1,000 times in a row because I was hit by, I think, 1 fucking... Oh my god. I think it was 1 goddamn sand attack. Maybe 2. 1 sand attack, maybe 2. And... fucking hate that move. I hate accuracy reducing moves. They're so broken. It's so stupid. Now that made me have to fucking... made me have to heal. Team his rules. No means no. Well, you know what? If he didn't want me licking him all over the place, maybe he shouldn't have fucking... Fuck you, your paralysis! Oh my god! Thunder waving ass Pikachu's fucking... Ah! I can... Alright, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to do this. I'm going to use the full restore. Because I don't want to leave the gym. I don't want to leave the gym if I don't have to. We want to get rid of the Voltorbs immediately. The Magnemite I can take my time with. As we know from our Magnemite run not too long ago, all he has still at level 20 is fucking Tackle. That's what I was worried about. I wanted to get rid of the Voltorbs as soon as possible because of Sonic Boom. I did not want to see that. Fortunately, I do have potions. I could just pop a potion here. Oh, come on. Oh my god. You gotta be kidding me. Literally the last fucking bin. Are ghosts immune to self-destruct Gen 1? Yes, they are. That's how I survived the Metronome run. I survived the Metronome run because I was running a Gengar. And the final Pokemon of the run used self-destruct and killed himself. I am Tori. It's fine. that like, to be fair, that run was a few months ago at this point. All right, so it looks like good. So Voltorb was a 2-hit. Pikachu should also be a 2-hit. Good. And then Raichu looks like it's going to be a 3-hit, but Raichu also doesn't do that much damage to me. Beautiful. And we get Hypnosis. And we get Thunderbolt. Our first special move of the run. We now have 2 of the moves that I'm planning to use on the for our final move set. Oh, I need the bike voucher. Bike voucher, bike voucher. How dare you say things me in the past? To be honest, I feel the same. There are many things that I've said in the past where I'm like, why the fuck? Why was that a thing that you said? Why would you do that? I feel like that's everybody. You go back far enough and everybody has said some dumb shit. Wait. Okay, I do have a bicycle. Okay. Now, we got that nice, special, shiny new move. And then the first fight that we get, we're not going to use it. The first fight, we're not going to use it. Five years ago, dude, I remember shit that I did as a kid. Like, 3rd or 4th grade. And I'm like, oh no. Oh no, little me, why? Why would you say so? That's so stupid. Oh, I can Thunderbolt, and these should be, yeah, I was about to say, we should 100% be one-shotting all these guys. I mean, everybody's a fucking cringe lord whenever they're a kid. Kids are stupid. Sorry if there's any children in the chat, but, yeah. You'll realize when you grow up, where you are right now, you're kind of stupid right now. Oh, and then there's fucking Cubone. Oh, that's terrifying. Oh, I got you one better. For years. So, you know, you've seen Star Wars, like the original Star Wars trilogy. You know the conversation between Darth Vader and the Emperor, where they're talking about turning Luke for the first time? Wait, you have not seen the original Star Wars movies? No, I'm asleep. Why am I asleep? I don't appreciate this. Why am I asleep for so long? Stop being asleep for 3 years. Jesus Christ, wake up. You've only seen The Phantom Menace? That's the only Star Wars Igor, you need to stop watching this stream right now. And you need to go and watch A New Hope. You need to watch The Empire Strikes Back. And you need to watch The Return of the Jedi. I almost said The Last Jedi. Don't watch The Last Jedi. That's a shitty movie. Watch Return of the Jedi. And A New Hope. Yeah. If the only one that you've seen, if The Phantom Menace was your introduction to Star Wars, I am sorry. It's not as bad as the sequels, but I have not hit this trainer in so long. I kind of forgot that this trainer existed. I'm gonna be completely honest. Fortunately, we could just kill it. Space sci-fi doesn't tickle your fancy. So, Star Wars, there is a lot of space stuff. There is a lot of sci-fi stuff. I like it for the characters. Like Luke, Leia, and Han, like they're just really fucking good characters. I haven't hit this trader in a long time. Look, you know what? She shouldn't have been where she was, alright? It's not my fault. She snuck up on me out of the dark. But anyway, alright, so if you don't know the exact conversation, I think you could still understand the stupid. For the longest time, so the Emperor talks to Vader, and they're talking about trying to convert Luke to the dark side. Well, Vader says that, you know, if he completes his training, he'll be a very powerful Jedi. And then the Emperor says if he can be turned, he could become a powerful ally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. And for the longest time, I thought that the word ally meant the opposite of a Jedi. When I was a kid. When I was a kid, I thought that the word ally meant the polar opposite of Jedi. Because of how that conversation is phrased. How's the Ghost doing? The Ghost is doing very good. We died. Was it all 3 times to Misty? I think it was all 3 times to... No. We died once to one other trainer, right? I can't remember. I've already forgotten. Where all of our deaths came from. All right. But beyond that, it has been going very, very good. And now that we actually have moves, it's going even better. Because like the main limiter at the beginning of the run is I had Lick, Confuse Ray, and Nightshade, which helped a lot when getting past Brock, but did not help a lot once I got past Brock. Definitely not the best move combination that you can have. But we're about to go and get his best move. Shut up! Get out of the way. The fact that this house and this TM is not blocked off until after you beat Yep, we're gonna get rid of Confuse Ray. And there we go. We now have Psychic. Yeah, the fact that Mimic is blocked off but Psychic is not, is kind of insane. That's kind of an insane thing. That is, and I think I do want to go down here. Yeah, because I'm gonna come down here. We're gonna get Mega Drain, and then we're gonna go into the Rocket Hideout. That's how we're gonna do. I don't want to deal with the Bellsprouts. I don't. But Mimic's power relative to Psychic. Mimic is so much less powerful for the vast majority of fights than Psychic is. That I'm speaking strictly from like a balance perspective. Psychic should come after Mimic. You should not get Mimic first, right? Okay, good. This one has 9 Pokemon. So I need to be able to get through, or 19 Pokemon, sorry, not 9. That was dumb. Damn it, I was really hoping that I could avoid paralysis. Because he's gonna fucking do this. Oh my god. Stop hitting, miss, god damn it. This is so annoying. This could literally go on forever. There we go. We did it. Oh shit, I didn't grab Fly. Let's go do that. So yeah, that's a perfect demonstration as to one of the really dumb things in Gen 1. Even if you're immune to Wrap, you will still get stuck in it for fucking ever. Damn. That's what comes with trying to save PowerPoints. How many do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, so I have enough Psychics for all of them. And actually 2 of them I don't want to use Psychic on. I don't want to use Psychic on the Execute, and I don't really want to use Psychic on the Tangela. So Tangela actually can't do anything against me. It has no moves that can affect me, I don't think. So we are free to use Psychic on literally everything that it will be super effective against. Yay! By the way, guys, I will say it again, because I talked about this a bit at the beginning of the stream. But I want to do a bit of a themed Pokemon month. We are doing a bunch of spooky mons this month. Today, obviously, we are doing Haunter. Next week, I'm going to be doing... No, don't put me to sleep, you fuck. I will put you to sleep. It's a hypnosis fight. Your favorite Pokemon, Haunter? It's a lot of people's favorite Pokemon. My brother's favorite Pokemon is Haunter. It's a good one. I like Haunter a lot too. The power gamer in me prevents it from being my favorite Pokemon, because Gengar is just stronger. But it is still a very good Pokemon. It was a crit. I was like, how did it... Okay. Yeah, if it wasn't for Gengar just being stronger and me being a filthy, filthy power gamer, Haunter might make it in. Do I get rid of Nightshade? How many grass types do I deal with? Oh, there is actually a few. If I get rid of Nightshade, I don't really have a way to deal with grass types. Well, okay, not really a few, but the ones that there are, they are pretty dangerous. And it's mainly the Execute and Executor that's on the rival. I don't. I think we might actually keep Nightshade throughout the entire run. I'm really happy that I thought about this before. Yeah, because I can. So what Mega Drain gets me, it gets me a bit of self heal in fights, and it gets me super effective type coverage against ground and rock Pokemon, which I don't currently have. Psychic can still deal with those Pokemon far more often than not. I actually don't think that there's any that would survive a Psychic from a Haunter. Do I get rid of Hypnosis is the next question. Do I get rid of Hypnosis? When would Hypnosis help me? Hypnosis is a really rough fucking gamble is the problem. It's 60% accurate. Because, like, here's another thing. Nightshade might actually out-damage Thunderbolt against, like, Kadabra and Alakazam. Alright, we're not gonna... Well, we got rid of Hypnosis. I actually didn't mean to do that. I accidentally hit the A button as I was putting my... Because, like, my hands were completely off the controller. I accidentally hit the A button when I went to grab the controller again. Oops. Oops. I think that's fine. I think it's fine that we did that. It gives me a bit of extra damaging power points that I did not have before. I now have 4 damaging moves. Nightshade, I think, is going to be... Well, I know Nightshade is going to be the one that I use the least. Or actually, it might be one of, like, the main ones, because I'd want to use the others for specific types of Pokemon. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how it all goes. Oh, so yeah, I was talking about this and then I got distracted by the nothings. So yeah, this week is Haunter. Next week we're going to be doing Marowak as the only other evolved form of a Pokemon Tower like Pokemon. The week after that we will be doing Golbat, because bats are very much tied in with the Halloween season. And then finally, we will finish it off with Gengar, the spookiest Pokemon in Gen 1. I was kind of flipping and flopping between Gengar and Hypno. But I kind of want to have this entire line of Pokemon fully done and on the channel. I did do a Gengar run a while back, but he's not on the YouTubes. He's only on the Twitch. Do I use this on Psychic? Oh, excuse me. It's either Psychic or Thunderbolt, because Mega Drain is the most likely move to be replaced at this point. So it's either going to be one of these two, and I think Psychic was, yeah, Psychic wins out. Psychic easily wins out. Oh, actually, that's a good point. Yeah, the Sands, are a fucking. Well, actually, no, they would die to a Psychic. They would die to a Psychic. It's not that big of a deal. Um, it would be a big deal right now because I just don't have power points for Psychic. But like in a normal fight, I would have plenty. All right, and then Giovanni, he's got an Onyx, a Rhyhorn, and a Kangaskhan. Onyx and Rhyhorn both died to Mega Drain. Kangaskhan, I think, is going to be a 2-hit for Psychic, maybe. Kangaskhan is very tanky. Yeah. Yep, that's kind of what I expected. Not quite enough to get it down in one, which is fine. Perfectly fine. All right, this fight's going to be an absolute joke, as is usual. Pidgeotto, get the fuck out of here. Growlithe dies to... I think it dies to both. We'll hit it with Psychic. Yep, and here's the first instance of Execute. Now, the fun thing is the Executor on the champion is actually a non-issue whatsoever. We're not going to get Dream Eater. Dream Eater is just a more restrained... Okay, I'm going to check. Thunderbolt does one-shot there, but we are also way over-leveled. Yeah, the Executor on the champion actually is not an issue whatsoever. The only thing that it can do is put us to sleep. It can't actually damage us. Because the Executor on the champion only knows Hypnosis, Stomp, and Barrage. Because I guess I guess Game Freak decided that they just really wanted to give you a chance to beat him. Because, like, Executor, if built right, like, if it has the right moves, is like an absolute nightmare to try and beat. But they built, like, they just didn't give him any moves. They gave him 0 moves. Well, they gave him 3, but only 0 of them can hurt a Haunter. Sorry about that. Spooky Ghost. This encounter right here is the reason that we're going to be playing Marowak next week. I might actually... Okay, so my plans for the end of the month with Gengar are not at all set in stone. I might actually put up a poll on the channel to see if people want to see Hypno or Gengar. Because I am a little bit curious as to how Hypno would go. Because, like, this right here is a pretty good indication of how Gengar will go. It's just going to be even easier. Like, that Thunderbolt would probably have killed the Drowsy had I been on a Gengar. Just because of the boosted stats from being a fully evolved Pokemon. But I've never done Drowsy or Hypno. All right, we need to go here. I'm going to heal up. And we're going to go buy some more repels. because we are currently completely the fuck out. So, should I? I'm not gonna sell the potion. Oh, I actually don't have that many. Okay. I actually did not have that many things to sell. All right, I can. All right, we're gonna go and buy some vitamins. 'Cause I have not done that yet. I'm gonna save though. The only two really that matter are like protein doesn't mean shit to us. We do not care about proteins whatsoever. Our attack stat does not matter. We're never going to use any basic attacks or any physical attacks. Now that we've gotten rid of Lick, we're not. So the only things that matter are speed, special, defense, and HP. Those are the only ones that really matter. Now the question is, which matters the most? Which should I buy vitamins for first? The problem is there are a lot of calciums and carbos that we find on the ground. There are a lot of them. And almost always, or actually not even almost always, every single time that I've ever, you know, we're going to buy 3 of these. We're going to buy 3 of each. That's what we're going to do. Fuck it. We're going to do 3 of each. The hope is that I never pick up a free one. Surprised I have 3 deaths. I tried to force Misty a little bit early. And that was 2 of the deaths, and then I can't remember what the third one was. Oh, the third one was because of Sand Attack being a fucking shitty move. And me just missing constantly. So, yeah, 2 were user error and 1 was RNG. But yeah, this run could have very easily been a deathless run. Sand Attack, it is. Like, there's a reason that I absolutely despise the Pidgey line. I hate those Pokemon because of that fucking move. And only that move. I think I went too far. I did not go too far. Yay! Still my least favorite rare candy to get in the entire game is the one that's hidden in that fucking grass field. I'm just going to come in here and we're gonna fight these guys. What's up, Ragatalk, though? How you doing tonight? How's life treating you and all that good stuff? Barely half, huh? What do you do? Still barely half. Fuck off with that. That's why I'm fucking scared of all of these things. Doing fine? Good. I am glad to hear it. I am also doing fine. Yeah, that's basically the end of that. I'm doing just fine. I actually called off the second half of my shift last night. That I was not intending to do, but I did have a bit of a migraine yesterday. Started off fairly small and I was trying to just ignore it and work through. And then I got home for lunch and it just fucking kicked me in the teeth, and I'm like, all right, I got most of my job done in the first half of the night. There was a guy. So last night, for those of you who don't know, I work as an overnight stocker at Walmart. Put stuff on the shelves. Very easy job. Very simple job. Yeah, that's it. It's an easy and simple job. Last night was a 2-truck night. Normally it's either like we either get 1 or 2 trucks of freight in every day. 2-truck nights are very heavy, 1-truck nights are fairly light. Um, yeah, that's that's how it is. Whenever you get more trucks, you get more stuff, right? Duh. Um, last night we had 2 trucks. The aisle that I was working had 6 pallets worth of stuff. Wait, fuck you and your Santa check. Anyway, um, I had gotten through 2 small pallets and 1 large pallet in the time that the person that was in the aisle with me had gotten through 1 pallet. And this was also after I took 40 minutes to clear off all of the cardboard that was left on the shelf, because you'll have like the leftover cases, like the little scraps of cardboard that people just put on, like the cases are put up on the shelves a lot of times, because this is a very can and glass bottle heavy aisle. It's the canned veggies. It's got all the salsa bottles, like the glass bottles of salsa and stuff like that. It's that aisle. So there's a lot of cardboard, and it takes me a while to consolidate all of them together so that there's not like this one has 5 in it, this one has 3 in it, this one has 2 in it. I'll consolidate those all into one and get rid of the trash from the other 2. And I always start my night doing that. Mainly because I don't want to be fighting with that shit. I don't want to be dealing with that all night. I would just rather do it all at once and then not have to worry about it the rest of the evening. So I start off with that. I then go in and actually start loading up freight. And after all of that, I'm able to get done with basically a pallet and a half before he gets done with his first pallet. And like, and this is all while I'm fighting a migraine as well, by the way. And yeah, I told my boss it was like 5 minutes after I should have been back from my lunch break. I texted my boss. I'm like, look, man, I can't come back. I'm not coming back in tonight. My head is fucking killing me. I just doused myself with fucking headache meds and just sat here for like 4 hours last night. Yeah, I have no idea if they got done. Like the shitty thing is I didn't want to do that. Like I hate calling in. Because I have very little like protected paid time off where I don't get hit with like attendance dings on my record. I basically used all that I had saved up last night to get that second half of the night off. So I don't like doing that. I don't like using them. And I always feel like a dick whenever I call off work. Even if it is for a good reason, I don't like calling off work. And on top of all that, we were apparently 29 hours, like labor hours, below what we should have had to finish all the freight that we had last night. So on top of everything else, we were also understaffed like crazy last night. I'm like, I don't want to do this to him, but I don't really have a choice. Like, if I go back in, I'm just going to be very ill, and I'm probably going to end up getting legitimately sick. So yeah, I called him, or I texted him, like, hey, I'm not coming back in. I have no idea if they got done last night or not. No idea whatsoever. Yeah, I don't mind if someone is a little bit slow when they work. I can understand that. Um, especially since like if you come into an aisle that you don't know, you're going to be slow, right? Because you don't know where everything goes. You're having to scan each item for the system to tell you where it goes, and that's just super slow. I understand that. That's not what I'm that's not what I was upset about. Because even if you're doing that, I should not be able to do as much as I did relative to what you've done. Um it is like I tell people all the time at work, it's like I don't mind helping people. I mind when I'm doing the entirety of their job. Um yeah, when people aren't even trying to pull their weight. And like I don't know if that guy was just having an off day or what. Um I don't want to like assign motivations or anything like that. It's just, I'm just kind of venting a bit, I guess. Is there anything else that I can get rid of cell wise? Not really, no. Nothing that I would want to get rid of anyway. Yeah. And like I've legitimately asked them in the past. There have been a couple of people where I've just been like, don't put them in the aisle with me. There was one girl where she would be on one pallet literally the entire night. She would not be able to do more than one pallet. Oh, it's Walmart. There's no individual raises. We all get a raise at the same time every year. There's no individual raises at Walmart. That does not happen. And we're all hourly, so if I were to actually go home early, I mean, I did last night, but if I were to leave early, I just don't get paid as much. So, unfortunately, those are not solutions that would work out. All right. About this fight, how do we handle this fight here? Thunderbolt is obviously going to kill the Pidgeot. If we psychic this guy. Oh, I agree 100%. The problem is the problem with that, what do you have? Oh, that's right. Oh my god, I forgot. So the reason this guy's just sitting here spamming Reflect is because Reflect is a psychic type, and he thinks that it's fucking super effective against me. That's hilarious. Um, yeah, that's what salary is for, right? Like salary is you work until the work's done, and regardless of whether or not you go below or above the full 8 hours, you get paid for the full 8 hours, right? That's like the idea behind it, at least. Usually what it is we will pay you this amount and you fucking get stuck with being here for 60 hours a week. That's what salary tends to end up actually being. But the idea is we pay you a set amount of money and you work until the work is done. Um, Regardless of how long it actually takes. I'm really glad. I'm really glad he went with Leer and not fucking Bone Club or something, because that probably would have killed me at that point. Did I pop the normal potion? Oh, I have a Carbos. What do we have? It's Nidorino, Rhyhorn, Kangaskhan, Nidoqueen. Alright, that's fine. Actually, we can Mega Drain the Rhyhorn. That should one-shot it. Oh, it's Kangaskhan and then Rhyhorn. Oh yeah, Kangaskhan can't hurt me. Duh. I was about to say, that should either get me back to full health or get me very close to it. Okay. Easy peasy. But yeah, the unfortunate truth is they can't just pay you for 8 hours of work, and once you get done with your 8 hours of work, you go home, because there's going to be people that don't get that 8 hours done, unfortunately. And because of that, the other people have to pick up the slack. Nope, not Surf, not yet. Strength first, then Surf on the Lapras. Yeah. Because we use Strength far more often than we use Surf. No, we come back to Pallet Town. Get out of the way! We need to Repel, we need to Surf, and then head down to Cinnabar. Yeah, and like the thing is, like, I've always had a decent work ethic, actually. So I'm always one of the ones that ends up picking up the slack for other people. And I just don't get paid for it. And like that's why a lot of people have really shitty fucking work ethics, is because it doesn't matter if they get done or not. Because if they don't, somebody will come over and help them. Which really sucks for those of us that actually want to get things done. But it's just kind of how it is. Why did I not touch this? Why did I forget about that? And like that is like the main reason, like that's one of the worst parts about working in like a big company like fucking Walmart, is you can't like negotiate a raise for yourself. Because like if I were to work in a smaller company where I could actually talk to my boss and be like, hey, you know, you can literally put me in any part of this place. And I will be able to get it done. Right? Like and like my bosses have even told me that. They're like, you are one of the few people that we have in this store where we can put you basically anywhere and have a reasonable expectation that you will get the job done on time. There's like one aisle where I struggle for some reason. And actually I can tell you right now why I struggle in that aisle. I struggle in that aisle because there's no back guards on most of the shelves in my store. And by back guards, I mean like a bar behind the product on the shelves that prevents it from falling behind the shelves. And for a large portion of the product that we have, that's not a big deal. It's not a big deal that we don't have these back guards. But for the thinner objects, like most dressing bottles, like salad dressing bottles, they are thin enough that if you're not paying attention and you're just pushing stuff back, which is what most people do, eventually you'll just hear thud 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 as that dressing bottle falls to the bottom of the shelf. And so, but nobody has time to fix it. Nobody has time to go back down there and pick it up and put it back where it is. So eventually there's just this mound of dressing bottles on the bottom shelf, which A, means that we don't have it in the right spot, so it's not getting sold. And B, we can't fit the number of dressing bottles that are supposed to go on those shelves because all the space is filled up by the bottles that fell down from before. And I would just fixate on that, and I would just plop my ass down on the floor, sit on the fucking floor, and just spend 20 minutes fixing all of it. And that's why I would always have trouble in that aisle, is because I would just sit there and ignore the freight that I'm supposed to be putting out to fix this shit, because it would just bother me to fucking hell and back. Only time I had a job where I had to stay when done was when I was in-house tech support. There it made sense since I had to be available to fix people. Yeah, stuff like that does make sense. But yeah, literally at the end of the day, the vast majority of the time at the end of the day, like 80% of the people on my shift are just wandering around. We're just not doing anything because everything's done. We're done with our job, everything's finished, and we're just wandering the store, killing time until 6:51 pops up and we can clock out and go home. Like, we're scheduled until 7 a.m. The amount of times that I've actually still been there at 7 a.m. is minuscule compared to the amount of times that I clock out at 6:51. And we all clock out at 51 because that is the earliest that we can clock out without getting dinged by attendance. There's a 9-minute leeway on either side for clocking in and clocking out. Do I just Thunderbolt everybody here? Apparently not, because I only have one Thunderbolt left. Alright, we're gonna burn it on this guy. Fire Spin is unfortunate, but it's not really doing any damage. The only dangerous thing about Fire Spin is potentially... wow, that did no damage. Okay. Or it did far less damage than I expected it to do, I should say. Waste time? Yeah, like, I hate that. But, like, I don't know. Like, it's fucking weird how it's all set up. I have everything. I haven't done Sabrina. I completely forgot about that woman. Yeah, I absolutely hate just wandering around wasting time at the end of the day. It's like, just let me go home. Man, I'm fucking hungry. I want to go home. I want to cook some dinner. But yeah, every day. Every day. I end up, because like there's some times where I'm done by 6:20. Hell, depending on where I'm at, there have been days where I've been done at 6 o'clock and been wandering around for 50 minutes. Just wasting time. Wrong way. Up here. This way first. All right. Now, that's very uncommon. But it does happen. And like it blows me away. It's like, just don't waste my time. But sending me home early doesn't help the company at all. If they're going to be paying me anyway, they want me there regardless. It's like, I mean, like, on one hand, I guess that makes sense, but on the other hand, you're literally just holding me here for no reason. Like, just let me go home. If there's another place that needs help, send me over there and I'll help. And then we can all still go home early. But that's just not how it works. Okay. I think the play here is I think I just use Mega Drain. How many Thunderbolts do I still have? I have 5. Okay. All right. I think we could do this without having to go back and heal for power points or anything like that. The Alakazam is obviously going to be the scariest here. God, if Kadabra's fuck, oh my god. All right. That was a good crit. Okay, we took no damage from Mr. Mime. We can Psychic the Venomoth. Okay, it used Psywave. Good. Would it, though? Would it save on labor cost? Because they're paying me the same amount regardless, right? Like, if they're paying me the 8 hours, and then... Oh, sorry. I only saw the second message. The way they could cut people from the workforce when you get consistently done very early. But at that point, they are reducing the amount of people that they have, which means that there's more work placed back on the people that they still have. Which then disincentivizes people from working that hard because they just realize that they're just having more shit piled on them as time goes on. Now, but see, here's the thing. If you do that, well, okay, let me backtrack a bit. You are speaking as somebody who is a reasonable person. Unfortunately, what would actually happen is those 5 people are getting done, or those 8 people are getting done in 5 hours consistently. They would then cut down to 5 people and expect them to get done in the 8 hours. And as such, those 5 people would then be doing the job of 8 people and just get fucking burnt out, like, very, very quickly. Like, that's how it actually is. That's what would actually happen, unfortunately. Actually, okay, so this is actually a good test. Does Psychic also one-shot? It does, okay. So given equal... Well, I mean... Psychic is neutral damage to those guys. I'm gonna Thunderbolt these guys. I'm positive that Thunderbolt... Yeah, and like that's the problem, is that they would cut too much. Like that's the thing. If they're like, the companies don't give a fuck about their employees. They just don't. They'll say that they do. They don't give a fuck. You're a tool. Like I understand that. I am a tool for Walmart. Walmart doesn't give a fuck about me. I could die tomorrow and they wouldn't even notice. I know that. It's shitty. And like I said, it's one of the worst parts about, like... You motherfucker! Alright. Oh, there's death number 4. fucking critical hit. I mean, he is a very... Dugtrio is very fast, so he does have a very high crit range. Crit rate. Ah. Okay. And then, yeah, I do want to Psychic the Nidoqueen and Nidoking. And then I will Mega Drain the Rhydon, because, yeah, it's 4 times effective. Oh no, I don't have room for Fissure, the best move in the video game. I still can't believe that they give you Fissure for beating him. Such a shitty move. Yeah, that's true. Like, if you... it was actually really fucking funny last night. Last night, the guy in the aisle next to me, he has kind of, like... Why are you using that? 2 turns. This man used Solar Beam. 2 turns, 120 base power, and it did 13 damage. Oh, you poor bastard. I think we are just gonna Thunderbolt. That's scary as shit. Don't do it again. All right. That is the scary thing. That is the scary thing. Alakazam right there. Yeah, it goes back to what I was saying before, though. Like, I really don't like, I don't mind helping people. I don't want to do your job for you. Right? It's that kind of thing. And had I, should I not use Psychic on that guy? No, because he resists Psychic. So Psychic and Thunderbolt have the same base damage. So Thunderbolt will literally do twice the damage of Psychic against Alakazam. Now, Psychic does have the chance to drop his special. So it might end up with... Oh, no. No, he is also Psychic type. Fuck, I'm dead. Yeah, I'm paralyzed. I'm dead. There's no way. Damn it. Had I not been paralyzed, I might have won that. Or actually, no, I think I did. I think I win that if I'm not paralyzed, because if I'm not paralyzed there, I outspeed the Alakazam. Right? If I outspeed the Alakazam, I get an extra turn there. He's got no health left. I haven't had my yeah, you're thinking of Ghost. Ghost is weak to Ghost moves. Not, yeah. Psychic resists Psychic. Here. Should have 9 rare candies. Doesn't really matter for me to burn through all of them here. I could just do this. It might cost me like 1 level later on. But yeah, the Alakazam is like the scary thing, right? Because he's super, like, he's like me but better. Basically, is what it is. He is fast. He has no physical defenses, and he has insanely high special. Okay, Leech Seed I'm fine with. And also, we now 2-shot the Execute, which is nice. Oh, we could just crit. We could just crit and kill him in one hit. I'm okay with this. Fuck off. Yeah, the problem is just like Walmart needs so many people to work that they have to have low standards or low-ish standards for the people that they will accept. And like a lot of it is just their kids, you know, they're fucking high schoolers, you know, 15 to 18 years old, and they're just fucking little shits. Basically, they don't care about work. They don't care about, you know, making things easier on other people. Well, it's all part of the same thing. They need a ton of people. Like it doesn't matter how much you're willing to pay. The more people you need, the lower your standards need to be. Like it's like a balancing act, right? Because you need, so say you need X number of people, and actually this is kind of this actually kind of fits back into not something that I've talked about today or even very often, but something that I have talked about before, the writer strike in Hollywood. Like one of their sticking points was they could get better people, so they would need less people, but you still have a minimum number of people that you absolutely need to be able to get the job done. And honestly, like, as a business, you shouldn't want to go over that minimum. But the higher that minimum number is, the lower quality people you will end up having. Simply because if you only need 2 people to do a job, you could be very selective with what people you pick for that job, right? But if you need 20 people, suddenly you can't be so picky, because you're never going to find 20 people that equal the 2 best people. It's just not going to happen. Why did I go into that? I need to... Hi, kitten. I'm going to come down and say hi to everybody. What's up? And, you know, once you start getting into thousands of people, not in any given store, but, you know, across, you know, a state, or... Want to hear my Hollywood writer strike tangent? Okay. Yeah. Hi. You know what? We're gonna pause. We got some time. What just happened? What the fuck just happened? Why am I invisible? Why are there no sprites? What the fuck? What just happened? Wait, no, this isn't real. Hold up. I'm gonna save, and we're gonna reset. And I'm gonna hope that fixes it. What is going on? What the fuck? There's supposed to be a person next to them Pokemons. Alright, kitten, I don't know what you're doing, but you're clawing the shit out of me, and I need you to not do that. So yeah, we can pause real quick, and I'll talk about it, because, so the writer strike just cleared. Like, they just came to an agreement. The last I heard, what if I save the bug? I mean, if I save the bug, I think I know what I did. What are you doing, kitten? You're being really weird. Come here. Come here. Come here. There we go. All right. I think I know what I did. I think I might be able to save it. If not, we'll have a scuffed end to the Haunter run. Spookyween. It's so spooky. We have invisible peoples. They're ghosts. Speaking of terrifying things happening, the Hollywood writer strike. So the big sticking point, because the deal that they accepted and the deal that they were offered like a month or 2 ago is almost identical except for one thing. a minimum number of people in the writer's room for any given project. Now, the reason that this is a stupid thing is the exact same thing that I was just talking about. If you have 8 people in the writer's room, those 8 people cannot be the same quality of people as if you just took the 2 best people in that room. They cannot. It's just, that's not how things work. There are going to be better writers. There are going to be worse writers. And if you have worse writers working on your shit is going to be worse. Just how it goes. Now, another reason that you don't want 8 people trying to decide how things should go is there's that very, very old saying, too many cooks in the kitchen. That saying exists for a fucking reason. If you have too many people fucking with something, if you have too many people, oh, let's do this, oh, let's do this, oh, let's put this in there, oh, let's, add this. Suddenly you just have sludge, which is what's been coming out of Hollywood for the most part for years now. Hi, buddy. Not one more than 3 writers on a project? Yeah. Like, I could see having maybe 4 people. Maybe 4 people. One who is in charge. And then 3 people, have each person writing an episode. You have an outline. The main person comes up with an outline for the entire season or whatever. And then you have one person writing on episode 1, one person writing on episode 2, and one person writing on episode 3. But they're all following the outline. And they communicate with one another. Talk about what they're doing so that they don't contradict one another. And you have communication. And then that way you have, and then you rotate, the person that finishes episode 1, he then starts writing episode 4. And then the person that's on 2 writes episode 5, the person 3, episode 6. And then you rotate. That way each person has 3 weeks to write their script for their for the show. And hi, I stole a kiss. I stole a kiss. And then you have the one person who's yeah. Like, you don't want to have Okay, it looks like it was just a quick blip. Just a quick blip. We're back. Yeah, you don't want to have nobody to talk to. You don't want to just do it by yourself without any feedback whatsoever. Without the ability to bounce off of somebody else. No, that's the other extreme. Like, that's also terrible. But having too many, like, to quote Infinity War, perfectly balanced as all things should be. Yeah, there's a balance that you should find. And it's not 8 fucking writers for a 6-episode TV series. Fuck you. And it's like, ow, cat claws in my flesh. I got you, buddy. You don't have to worry about falling. I got you. He still has his claws dug into my shoulder, but he's not pulling this time, so they're not actually hurting. This guy loves to cuddle, but he's always terrified when he does it. I don't know why. Like, he just fucking clings on for dear life every time he's up here. But you're also a happy boy. Yeah, I would prefer. Here, let's do a thing. Let's do a thing. Oh. Aha! I figured it out. Control 5. So Control F5 is the hotkey that I have to pause my timer. Control 5 is what I accidentally hit, which is what removed all the sprites. So that we're good. We're good. We're good. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I don't remember him being green though, so that might be a bit weird. Can I put you down so that I can continue playing the game? You gonna go? Bye, kitten. Do it. Go. Jump. There we go. All right. And 3, 2, 1, go. Hey, we have sprites again. Oh, I forgot the extra rare candy. That's fine. It's fine. I forgot the extra rare candy in the Pokemon Mansion on Cinnabar. I don't think I'll need it. I think Thunderbolt again. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, Jinx, I think, is probably going to be the scariest person here. Oh, Lapras also survives. That's also scary. Especially since Lapras seems to be locked into using nothing but Confuse Ray. But yeah, Jinx is scary because Jinx is going to survive at least one hit unless I crit. And she has Ice Punch. Jinx and Lapras are the only two that can actually freeze me in Pokemon Green. Yes, Pokemon Green was yeah, it was red and green in Japan. It was red and blue everywhere else. Yeah. This is true. All right. Now, the nice thing is I have plenty of elixirs. I can just pop one and go into Agatha. I'm a little bit worried about her 60 Gengar. It might survive. I don't think it'll outspeed me. Yeah. Oh, we got a crit, so I still don't know if it actually survives normally. But yeah, I have been watching a lot of one of the guys that I watch on YouTube does. Oh, I don't have anything for the actual dragons, huh? I guess I have Psychic. Oh, it doesn't one-shot. Oh, wait, never mind. It's free. It's actually completely free. The reason that it's completely free is because he has psychic moves that don't do damage. So they will only ever use those psychic moves. Those psychic moves being agility on all 3 of his dragons and also barrier on the Dragonite. Which the barrier can be frustrating if you're running a physical attacker Pokemon, but I am not. So, yeah. Actually, let's take a look at my stats. Yeah, look at my special versus my attack. 201 versus 94. All right. I'm the most powerful trainer in the world. Oh my god. So yeah, as I mentioned before, the scariest Pokemon is this guy right here. Oh my god, he didn't get a Psychic off. Okay, I think we're good. I think we win. That was a critical hit. Normally this guy would be terrifying, but he can't do damage to me. All he can do is put me to sleep and delay this. Oh, and we got a paralysis off. Beautiful. Yeah, I did want to test to see how much damage Thunderbolt would do. Obviously it does nothing. And this guy right here, this is actually why we kept... Jesus Christ. Did I wake up? But yeah, he is why we kept Nightshade. Because I was worried about that exact thing. And yeah, Blastoise could have hit us with Hydro Pump or Blizzard. Literally the only way I think that we lose to the Blastoise is if the Blizzard freezes us there. So yeah, this was a really good fucking run. You'll never become champion again, except that you are every time I come back here. 68. 555. All right. Let's add this into the Excel sheet. Hell yeah, that was a good fucking run. All right, where are you at? 93. Haunter. 5 hours, 55 minutes. Actually, a little bit longer than Ghastly, funnily enough. Ghastly was 5 hours and 48 minutes. I don't know what happened. Oh, I think I do. I think it's because I kept getting into those fucking wrap locks that just fucking wasted so much time. 1 hour, 35 minutes, and 1 second. Yeah, because I am like a minute and a half shorter and 4 deaths less on Haunter than I was on Gengar, and he was also level 68. So yeah. Here, let's pull this over. And let's swap over to this. If we look at this here, Ghastly, Haunter, and Gengar right here. The levels are all the exact same, 68 across the board. Deaths 10 on Ghastly, 6 on Haunter, 0 on Gengar. Times 548, 555, and 527. And then real time 136, 135, 122. Like they're actually really, really close together. And yeah, I think that it is a little bit weird that why is the Haunter one so much longer? Maybe because I think in my Ghastly run, I did not at all fight the bug trainers in the forest. So that could have added a bit because I added an extra trainer there. I might have gotten a little bit more unlucky this time around. And like gotten hit by paralysis or something like that, which slowed me down. Like there's a couple of things that could have cost me some in-game time over the Ghastly run. And like I feel like their stats are similar enough that Ghastly versus Haunter. Haunter doesn't have that much of an advantage over Ghastly. But yeah, we fucking did it. Haunter's done. And yeah, next week we will be doing the Marowak run. I could do more of the Weedle run right now, but I am actually a little bit tired. I think instead of starting up another, well, not starting up, but continuing the Weedle run, I think I am just gonna end the stream a little bit early today. But tomorrow we should be back, and we will be doing the Baldur's Gate thing. Finally getting back to that, finally continuing that game. And then next week, Tuesday, will be more auto build judgments. It'll be what, Nenio, Darren, and Social? Or Ulbrig, sorry. Nenio, Darren, and Ulbrig tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, but Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, we'll be doing more AT-AT Lego build. Yeah. That's the plan for the next week. Thank you everybody for hanging out, and watching, all that good stuff. I appreciate y'all as always. And as always, I hope you all enjoyed the stream. Hope you all have a good evening, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.